I've been wanting to try this 90s French roll updo forever, and I finally got a chance to try it. So if you want to see how I got this look, then let's get into it.
Yeah. You want a supermodel pose? Like my real friend Wynne. Yeah.
Hey loves, my name is Winnie G and welcome to my channel. If you're new here and if you're returning, then hey girl, how you doing? Today we're getting into a new hair tutorial. I'm trying something a little spicy today, and it was definitely a process. There were some failures. There were definitely some lessons learned, and I want to share all of that with you today so y'all don't have to go through it, because I just don't want that for y'all. I truly don't. This hairstyle took me through it, sweetheart. So to start off, I'm prepping my natural hair for the style. I have my hair already braided in 10 braids going straight back. I went ahead and crocheted the ends of my hair through my cornrows so that I can get a nice flat base for my wig today. She's that girl, and I really want to let her shine, so I'm really going hard on my ball cap today so we can give her something to work with. Lately, I've been using the 𝗣𝗿𝗲 liquid gold to attach my ball caps. It's glueless and alcohol free, so I'm not too worried about putting it on my edges. And the hold is serious, child. My ball cap does not go anywhere. Today's video is sponsored by MyFirstWig. I love them so much. Love them down. They sent me their 20-inch full lace Virgin Indian straight wig. Why am I talking like that? I do not know. All of the details will be on the screen and below in the description bar. She's a full lace HD wig with deep bleached knots, so she is as ready to go as they come. The knots on this wig are so small. The HD lace is amazing. The cap structure was hitting, and I just had to do an updo. I feel like when you have a 360 or a full lace wig, just to do her a little justice, you have to do an updo or a half up something. Like, baby, if you was going to just have one part, you didn't have to go that hard, okay? These wigs are not cheap. So to prep for our updo, I went ahead and trimmed off all of the additional lace in the back, and now I'm going in with my hot comb and pressing all of the hair going straight up, just to kind of get everything going in the direction that we need it to go in for everything to lay nice and flat. And I'm pressing the little baby hairs that come in the back of the wig going straight down, because we're going to style those later when we apply it. I put a little bit of my foundation powder on the knots back there too to kind of blend it in with my skin tone a little bit better. I'm applying this wig onto myself, so I'm really not going to be able to see like that, and I just want to give her the best chance possible to look delicious. You know what I mean? Like, why not? It takes 2 seconds. To finish prepping our little back baby hairs, I went ahead and used my razor comb to trim them to about 1.5 inches long. And then my little mini Conair travel flat iron is like 1/2 inch, I believe. I gave her a little James Bond bump with my little mini flat iron just so we can have some cute little baby hairs in the back after we style the wig. We're going to get into that a little later, okay? I'm installing the front of the wig like normal. I decided to go glueless with the install. I thought about doing glue for a second there. Y'all almost had me. But what had happened was I thought it through, and I've been working out a lot lately, and I'm just not ready for that right now. That's a big commitment. So I'm going glueless, and I want to go ahead and prep the wig as much as possible before I do the install. I trimmed off my ear tabs, plucked a couple little spots just to kind of customize the hairline a little bit. Again, I opted to get this wig with the deep bleached knots, so I didn't have to go in and bleach any knots. And the hairline came pre-plucked. I only had to customize it a little bit to match my hairline, but I didn't have to start from scratch and really pluck much hair at all. I just gave her a quick little 1-2 with the plucking and customizing because I do have a low hairline. And this is what she's given. She's cute. I'm cutting her into 3 sections for my install. I like to go with a little bit of micellar water on a cotton pad or a cotton round and clean up my hairline a little bit, especially when I'm wearing makeup or a lot of skincare. I'll be slathering on the moisturizer, and it'll definitely interfere with the hold of your glue and your glueless installs. And I'm just taking that 𝗣𝗿𝗲 liquid gold on a small flat makeup brush and painting it right onto my hairline, laying the lace down and blow drying it on a medium heat into place. The 𝗣𝗲 liquid gold is quickly becoming one of my favorite products and one of my like go-tos for my glueless installs. It's alcohol free, so I'm not scared about putting it on my edges. It's easy to buy. I can find it on Amazon, and I used to get it from the beauty supply store, but that's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes they'll have like dupes, and I ain't got time for that. So I typically buy it straight from the company via Amazon, and the shipping is really quick. I'll link it down below, as well as any other products that I'm using in today's video if you guys want to go ahead and pick them up. But once I have the lace laid down for the most part, I go in with a smaller brush and kind of do a little bit of detailed work, painting that product on in little sections and making sure I have all of the lace laid to perfection. I love the lace on MyFirstWig wigs. It is so invisible. Like, really get into that melt. Get into the lace. Like, if you can, sweetheart. Like, seriously, like, it's laid. I use my wax stick to apply a little bit of product and then press out the edges, going straight back before applying a little bit of my foundation powder just to blend everything in nice and seamlessly. I apply it onto the edges of the lace, and I part a little bit behind the hairline and apply it there too, just because the wig is really pre-plucked, so having that scalp match your skin tone all throughout your edges, it's given she pays attention to detail, and I love that for us. I'm going in with an elastic band and tying it right around the edges of the lace, the very, very tippy edges, okay? So we can style the hair in the back while we have our lace melting. And I can't get over the texture of this hair. The Virgin Indian straight hair is gorgeous. I actually really want to try the bundles of this hair in like a sew-in. I haven't had any Virgin Indian bundles in a while. That was like the first high-end hair I've ever owned. My mom bought it for me for Christmas in high school, and I thought I was that girl. I kept those bundles for years and just kept reusing them for sew-ins. So it would be kind of nostalgic to buy some Virgin Indian hair. I might have to go ahead and do that. The more I talk about it, the more I want to do it. And when I tell y'all, from this point on, baby, I'm figuring it out with y'all. This era of the video, I'm trying to figure my life out, to be honest. I've never tried this style on a wig before, so I kind of was just going with the flow and figuring it out as I went. I'm showing you guys how I created the style twice. Both times, there were things about it that I liked and things about it that I wanted to fix. I feel like if I did it for a third time, I would do it perfectly. But I still wanted to show you guys everything that I did so you can learn from my mistakes and my little wins, honey. So I'm taking you guys through this entire process, but I don't want to be too detailed with the descriptions, and I want to just kind of let you guys watch what I'm doing because, baby, like I said, I was figuring it out. Essentially, what I'm trying to accomplish is a deep side parts with a real cute little French roll situation in the back. Now, doing this style on my natural hair would come out messy, but it would be kind of easier to do. I feel like wigs have a little learning curve to styling, but at the same time, I feel like I'm trying to keep heat out of my hair. So I'm trying to achieve the style without having to press out my hair. And baby, I was committed, okay? So I sectioned out my little swoop, my little bang area, and I went ahead and kind of molded out my part, pressed everything slightly into place as much as I could, applying a little bit of product. I used, I believe, the Sebastian Shaper Plus hairspray and the TRESemmé Ultra Hold Fine Mist hairspray. I'll link those down below as well so you guys can pick them up. Those are some of my favorite hairsprays to use on wigs and my natural hair. Between the Sebastian Shaper Plus, TRESemmé Ultra Hold, and Got to Be Freeze Spray, baby, it's nothing I can't do, sweetheart. With those three things in my arsenal, I could rule the world, okay? The Hold does not quit on any of those. I just use them for different things depending on the look that I'm going for. So to get a little bit of volume in this back section, I teased the top and then I went in and kind of pulled everything back into a ponytail, gathered it around my finger and twisted it up to create that like French roll in the back. I'm going to show you guys again the motion in slow motion so you guys can see. I'm grabbing mid shaft, twisting it up, and it's creating like a fold around the ends of my hair. Now, like I said, this is my first try, baby. She's gonna come together more than this. Trust me, she comes together a lot more than this, but baby, it was not perfect. Okay, so I'm going back and forth between laying the lace and styling the hair. To lay the lace in the back, I used a little bit of mousse. The wig was laying pretty snug to my head, so I just wanted to kind of melt it a little bit. I wasn't looking for much hold. I used my little edge brush to lay all the hairs in place, tied my little elastic band on, and then I continued to curl my little pieces in the front so I can use those to kind of smooth over everything in the back and get everything to look a little bit more polished. I went a little hard with the teasing, so the back looked a little bit frizzy. So kind of smoothing that hair on top of it made everything look a little bit more finished. Some of my favorite things about this time that I did it was the placement. I feel like the placement of my French roll was perfect, but it just wasn't as smooth and as polished as I wanted it to be. The top was a little lumpy. I wasn't here for it. I smoothed her out a little bit more, but it was just a lot of things that I wanted to improve on. As far as my little front bang situation, I just went ahead and curled her up and continued to kind of smooth some of the hair to the back because I didn't want my swoop to be too thick. To give her a little shaping, I'm going in with my razor comb and adding some layers to it, trying to create a little swoop moment. But something else I would do differently if I tried this style again would be leaving a lot less hair in the front for the swoop. I would probably make my part just a lot less deep going back, if that makes sense. I want it deep over to the side, but I don't want the part to be so wide from front to back. That also would have allowed me to have a little bit more volume in my little bouffant poof area situation. It would have started a lot earlier and just gave me a different shape, but you live and you learn. I'm definitely gonna do this again. So comment down below if you guys would want to see me try this for a third time, honey. The third time might be the charm, because I have quite a few things that I know I would change. I'm using my razor comb and a little bit of mousse to style my baby hairs and get everything nice and smooth. I didn't want to go for super dramatic baby hairs, more of like a gentle swoop to the back, if you will, you know. And I just added a little bit of curls to the bang to finish everything up. And this is our first rodeo. To give my swoop a little bit of height, I went back in with my pressing comb and kind of pressed everything going straight back to get that like lift up sexy vibe that I really, really love. I am an old country lady at heart, baby. I want as much volume as possible lately. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm here for it. I'm in a new era Okay, she's been given very classy, very I refuse to say the D word, so let's move on. I curled my little millennial side pieces and trimmed them just a bit. They were a little too long for my liking, and this is our first finished look. She's cute. Like I said, I love the placement, but I didn't really love the technique too much. So we're gonna try again, but I wasn't mad at it. Now this time, I was not messing around. Okay, I came at it with a game plan. I had a little experience under my belt. Your girl was dead serious, okay? I decided to curl the hair first. I should have done that the first time, so this is one of the improvements I made with my second try. I'm curling the hair first just because it's a lot easier to do now before we start manipulating the hair too much, and all I really care about is having a little curl to the ends. So I'm taking some large sections on a 1.5-inch curling iron and just giving her a little whirl, baby. Giving her a little something to the tips, okay? Now, I hit it with my Sebastian Shaper Plus just to kind of hold those curls into place while we manipulate the hair. And I'm sectioning everything into, I think, 5 sections this time. I was a lot more intentional about the organization and just the overall cleanliness of the style. I feel like this time it looked a lot more polished. Again, it wasn't perfect, but I'm going to tell you guys what you can improve on to make yours come out better than mine did. So the first area I sectioned out was the bangs, and now I'm sectioning out the crown of the head area, and I'm teasing this in small sections, starting from the back and working my way to the front. With the last one, I teased it all in one big section, and I think that's the reason why I didn't get all the volume that I wanted. So going in smaller sections, I'm getting a lot more lift, and as you can see, it was holding itself into place. I didn't have to hold it, so that's how I knew I really did my big one with the teasing. And if you want to get even more volume with your teasing, comb the hair going straight forward and then tease it in that direction, and it'll give you so much more lift. Like, you can really get spicy with it. So once I finished with that crown area, I went a little bit further down the back of the center of the wig just to give my updo something to hold onto and a little bit of a stronger base before I use some bobby pins and pin that little crown section into place. Now moving on to the sides of the wig. So I'm using my Sebastian Shaper Plus heavily, baby. Giving very much so, lots of product was used. And I'm applying that to the hair and just combing it and hot combing it into place in sections starting from the center of the wig going towards the right. I essentially work from one side to the other and then from the other side to the other just to keep everything nice and smooth. As you can see, it's turning out so much more polished than the last time that we did it. The base looked professional. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this was very close to perfect, and I'm gonna show you what I messed up when I get to it. But look at that, like, it just looks so much better. I used a little bit of the got2b spray as well, especially in the back where I knew I wanted the hair to kind of defy gravity a little bit and I needed a little bit more hold. So I'm spraying everything, combing it into place, hot combing it if I need to, and then I'm pinning it just to let everything dry exactly where I want it to go. When I tell y'all, I'm styling this hair on a mannequin head. I put it on my head, and when I took it off, baby, not a hair moved, okay? Nothing. I think this damn wig is still styled. Like, she was not playing. And just look at that. It looks so much more polished. Like, I did so good this time on the back. And once I had everything combed over, I went ahead with some big bobby pins and just pinned the center into place. And now with that hair that we combed over, I'm teasing it like crazy from the roots all the way to the ends and creating essentially like a little rat's nest stocking stuffer vibe. And this is what's going to give our hairstyle some volume, but I have so much more hair to cover it this time, so you're not going to be able to see it. Now, this is where I messed up. I put the roll way too low. That's literally the only thing that I would change about this time that I tried this hairstyle. Literally the only thing. The technique was perfect. Well, I'm sure I can improve, but miles ahead of the last try. But because I styled it on a mannequin head, I couldn't really see where it was gonna fall on me. And it looked cute on a mannequin, but when I put it on my head, I think the French roll was just a little bit lower than I would have liked. So that's the thing that I would work on if I tried it again. But as you can see, the actual French roll looks so cute and the hair looks super smooth. You can't really tell that we teased the center. And to cover everything up, I'm literally just laying it over that area that we teased and then using the rat tail section from my comb to tuck the rest of the hair right behind that tease section. And then I'm using some bobby pins to bobby pin everything in place, going sideways so that you can't really see it. I tried to finish it up with a cute little pin curl on top. She gave a little something, but it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to either. So that's one of my little bugaboos. But look how smooth she is. I think I did a really good job this time. She's super cute. I installed her and kept the little swoop area essentially the same. But I think my styling technique the second time was so much better. Let me know which version you like the best, the first one or the second one. And what do you think I should do differently if I try this again? Because I definitely am. I refuse to stop until I get it perfect. I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. All the details about the hair will be down below in the description box if you guys want to go ahead and check it out. And I will see you in my next video. I love you. Bye, babes.